Cool. Joshua Smotherman, SacktownHipHop.com. I'm in the Holiday Inn after the Masta Ace show. What's up, Masta Ace?
What's going on?
So how was the Sacktown experience?
Man, it was good, man. Especially considering it's a Monday night, you know.
I know.
Decent amount of heads out. They came out and showed love. I remember a few shows I did back in the '90s, and Sacramento was one of the cities that it was actually one of the livest shows I did around the U.S. back then in the '90s. Real crazy, rowdy crowd. So yeah, tonight was cool, definitely.
Yeah, and when you were on stage, you said the West Coast loves the real hip hop out here more
Absolutely.
so. And after touring the East Coast with him, I'll have to agree with you on that. Why do you think that is? What do you think happened?
I just know that out east we're a little bit spoiled, because especially in New York, like there's just so much access. It's very hard to impress New York heads because they've seen it all, they've got it all, it's all right there. Like in New York you could go out on a given Friday night, you might run into Q-Tip and Buckshot and Pete Rock just all kind of chilling in the same space, and it's not even you almost lose the star factor to it because you see these people around, it's like regular stuff. So I think that's the reason.
It's a pretty good reason. So since you're someone that's been around for a long time, and I've always appreciated and respected how you call out the garbage, the commercialization, the mainstream, however you want to define that. As someone that's been in the game for so long, and you look at it now, how do you feel about hip hop right now?
I mean, there's always these phases where there's like some music that's getting a lot of spins and you don't really feel like it's dope. It's like, why people like that? But that's always been the case. In the '90s, MC Hammer and Vanilla Ice sell millions and millions of records, and the hip hop community, like the real heads, was like, that's garbage, that's trash. Why is that selling? But there was a fan base for it. The popular, the pop audience messed with that. So I don't think a lot has changed in that regard. There's always going to be stuff that we don't like, that we think is just not really that dope, but it sells, and that's always been the case. But I feel like there's some bright spots, some signs that talent is going to prevail. I see cats like J Electronica coming out. I see cats like Joey Badass coming out, and I kind of feel like there are some good bright spots. The J. Cole's, guys like that. There's some good bright spots of the new generation of cats that are coming up that make us feel that hope that hip hop's going to continue to prevail.
Well, who do you feel like hip hop fans should be watching for right now? Like what artists or groups or MCs?
I mean, definitely J Electronica is pretty much at the top of that list for me. I'm just hoping that he hurry up and get some more music out there. He's taking too long. Man, there was a couple that just slipped my mind. There's a couple cats that I heard recently. Yeah, I'm gonna say definitely J Elect. I think he's at the top of the list, and I think he's a dude that can really kind of put a different spin on this game and make cats kind of reevaluate what they're doing, musically.
What about M3? Are you working with other artists, or is that just?
Well, M3 has we have EMC, which is my
Right.
group with Punch Words Strict, and then we're about to sign a new young cat by the name of De La Zoo.
Right.
Who's actually from the Midwest, but he's a dope MC, and his material is great. He produces pretty much all his stuff, and super talented. We're about to sign him, and then we'll kind of see where we go from there. We definitely got our eyes open for stuff that we can handle. Like, we can't take on 5 and 6 acts, so we gotta kind of pace ourselves and find the right stuff that fits, our camp. But absolutely.
What's next for you? Do you more tours? You got more albums, or are you gonna stop anytime soon?
Well, at the top of 2014, we're gonna be releasing an EMC EP, 6-song EP for the group, and that EP will actually be the precursor to the full-length album, which will probably come out, I'm guesstimating, maybe 6 to 8 months after the EP. But that EP is going to get us on the road. It's going to get promoters aware that we're coming back out with this album, and it's going to be the perfect setup for the new EMC album. I'm real excited about the beats that we have so far, the songs that we've kind of put together so far. It's getting me real excited. I think people are going to love it.
Cool, man. You got any last shout-outs?
Now, just shout out my crew, Punchline, Wordsworth, Strickland, my cats at M3, my man Filthy Rich, DJ Rob, all of the producers that are working with us on this new EMC record. I shout out definitely De La Zoo, and just the hip hop community in general, West Coast. What up?
That's what's up, man. Sacktown Hip Hop, Masta Ace, peace.